Welcome to the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast, the show that gives you advice on everything from hair to fashion to skincare products. We'll talk about the latest trends in makeup, hairstyles, and anti-aging remedies. And we'll cover all of the newest fashion trends. If you have an interest in or questions about the beauty and fashion trends that might work best for you, the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast has got you covered.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the GSMC Beauty Tips Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I am your host, Melissa. Hi, everyone. How are we doing today? It will be Thursday when you're listening to this, so I hope you're having a rockin' Thursday. It is Wednesday. It is my day off. I had a great day so far. It's still really early in the day. I'm an early riser. I work really early, so I got my room super clean, and so here's the thing. I'll give a little backstory, a little, whatever. We'll just have a little chat before we get started on today's topic. But anyway, so I record in my closet. So I have a room, in my family home, and you can hear everything in there, like, if somebody's talking literally right outside, and it's upstairs, but if somebody's talking like right outside, you can hear it. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? And the closet really works for some reason. It's like so quiet in here. Like, I don't really know. And there's a cubby right behind me. So like I've got like this closet. It's like a walk-in closet, but I mean, there's really not a whole lot of room in here. It's very small. So for the longest time, you couldn't open the door if I was in here recording. And the way that we just had it set up, it was really crammed and there wasn't a whole lot of room. And it was really hard. And me and my fiance, Joey, we do like air gigs and stuff like that. So that's like it's a website where people can hire you to sing songs that they have written and things like that. So we record in here together quite often, and it was really hard because it would just be like the two of us like crammed into this one spot, and we couldn't both stand in here at the same time, and it's just a disaster. So obviously I was like, there has to be a better way. So we figured it out today. We spent some time, and now it's a little bit, maneuvered. It's definitely different, but I think this works. The only thing is, I really need to get like, I don't know, like a blanket or something to put over my table in here, because if I move anything on the table, it's like really loud. And when I want to do a makeup tutorial, I guess if I could do one on a podcast, if people would be interested in something like that, I would need the space, right? And I wouldn't want it to make a whole lot of noise. So yeah, anyway, that's how my day has gone. Some major cleanup, some major organization, which is always a good thing to do. It's really cleansing, and then I lit some sage, and I'm ready to start the day. So anyway, guys, today's topic. I'm always weary about doing a topic like this, but I thought, if I do a topic like this, there's a way that I can make it good, So today I'm going to be talking about products that I would not repurchase and why. I've got a list of things. I spent like an hour sitting up here trying to remember, because I don't keep my empties. I don't do that. And I went through my Ulta purchase history, and, I went through their shop by brand so I could find, some brands that I had maybe forgotten about. So what I'm going to do to keep this positive is I'm going to give a product that I would buy again in its place. So, for example, I'm going to talk a lot about, I have a lot more skincare here than makeup. Personally, I try a whole lot more skincare than I do makeup. So I've got a whole lot of skincare here that, you know, I wouldn't repurchase. I'm going to talk about all of it. I've got some makeup. I've got some, like, you know, random products here and there, and I'm going to give you what I bought in its place instead. So, without further ado, I guess let's just get started, right? So anyway, the first brand, I guess, I've got a couple products in this brand. I separated them by brand, and then I put the, cause there are some that I've got a couple, you know? So, I separated them by brand, and then I put the couple of products, and then I've got them pulled up here on my computer here so that I could go through, you probably hear me typing, some ASMR, if you will. So we could go through the products here. I can talk to you about them if you've never used them before. We can get some, you know, some specs. They're always important. I know, you know, it's not totally what you're here to listen to, but I mean, I know at least for me, that stuff is important. I want to know the ingredients, of course. I'm an ingredient czar. I want to know, like, you know, there's so much that I want to know about a product before I buy it, and why somebody did or didn't purchase it. So, of course, I'm going to talk to you guys about those things. So, let's get started. Oh, I just hit my elbow. So, without further ado, let's get started here. I'm going to start by talking about the brand Mario Badescu. Now, I was introduced to this brand in my childhood. I still do very much love this brand. I use very many of, you know, I have... What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 products here that I would not repurchase, but I think that this brand is so affordable and very well, like, made. The packaging is very simple. It's just, I feel like this is a really good brand. I've loved it for a very long time. I can't get past the price point, honestly, and there's so many different things. It targets all different kinds of skin types. So, the first product that I'm going to talk about for Mario Badescu is the orange cleansing soap, I think they call it. Yeah, orange cleansing soap. So, this retails for $12. Now, I've definitely said this every time, but I will say it again and again and again and again because it's important. I have skin texture and a whole lot of acne scarring, you know, just from my life, from the years and years of acne and not taking care of my skin properly, and, you know, just the after effects of terrible childhood acne. So, usually when I'm picking up a product, my main concern is texture and tone. I don't break out a whole lot. Typically, I have been because of maskne. It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm suffering, but it's okay. It's fine. I'll get through it. So, I'm always looking for tone and texture products that will help with tone and texture than, breakouts, because a lot of the time my breakouts are, like, I get those really hard under the skin bumps. It's not like it's a whitehead or a blackhead that's popping up every once in a while. Yes, especially now that I'm wearing a mask all the time. You know, that's happening a little more often, but I have different cleansers for different purposes, if you will. You know, I double cleanse, I triple cleanse sometimes. That's my favorite part of the day, washing my face, and I take my time. I think I've talked about this before. I went on this little spiel about how your skincare could be your self-care, and me, I'm a busybody. My fiance's always saying that I don't know how to do free time. I really don't. Like, today's my day off, and I spent the morning, like, you know, I sit there and I have my coffee in the morning, and then I'm just like, 10 o'clock rolls around, and I'm like, go, 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 and I don't stop. So, I'm not very good with free time. So, I use my skincare as that time where I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to take my time on myself, I'm going to put my time into my skincare, and I'm going to, you know, do me, self-care, you know? So, you know, I have a lot of cleansers, and I go through a lot of cleansers, and I try a lot of cleansers. This one was okay. Now, here's the thing. I love a good lather for my facial cleansers. This is a cream cleanser. Not a fan for me. I am not a fan. Honestly, I felt like I needed to use a lot of this product every time that I wash my face because it wouldn't lather, and I know that's not the case. But it's like that, it's a mind trick, you know? Like if you get a shampoo that doesn't lather quite as well, or you use dry shampoo a lot that day and it's not lathering so well, you have to do it again so you get the lather, or just add more so you get the lather. That's how I feel about my cleansers. I feel like I'm not really getting that good of a clean unless I get a good lather. It's not so much, the bubbles and everything, because the cleanser that I'm using now, the Kiehl's Sativa Seed cleanser, doesn't foam up. It's kind of creamy, kind of like a gel, kind of like an oil-free type deal, but it doesn't get bubbly, but it gets a lather. So this was really creamy. It was kind of weird. If that's for you, this is for you. And so at the same time as I felt like I was using a lot of the product, this cleanser lasted me so long. I want to say like maybe a year I used this cleanser. Now, you're probably going to be like, ew, Melissa, that's disgusting. Like, it probably has an expiration date. I don't know. But I used it for probably a year. Like, that's how long this one tube lasted me. It's 8 ounces. So like, no, that doesn't sound like a lot for $12, but like I used this every day, sometimes twice a day. And like I said, I was using a lot more of the product because I felt like I wasn't getting a good clean with the cream cleanser. And, now because it's orange, it's supposed to, cause vitamin C, it's in oranges, it's supposed to help with texture and radiance. So like a lot of the products that I use are vitamin C because I need the help with the texture and the tone. This, on the other hand, I really feel like I did not get any kind of a difference in my skin. If I used this, if I didn't use this, I really didn't feel like it made that much of a difference over the year that I used it. Now, it does say it's a gentle exfoliator. I could probably always go for something that is going to be a strong exfoliator. I don't have sensitive skin in the sense that, like, I use acids on my skin. My skin's tough. So maybe that was the issue here, because it is a gentle exfoliator. But I just felt like I didn't see any improvement in my skin. It says, surface impurities are washed away, leaving behind skin that looks radiant and refreshed. Now, what I will say about this cream cleanser is, it doesn't make you feel like you stripped all the oil from your skin. I have another cleanser on here that I'm going to talk about that it made my skin feel so tight and weird. I'm not here for that either, but I don't like, I wasn't here for the cream cleanser either. Now, I'm just going to click on the how to use because maybe I was using it wrong. Why isn't it working? There we go. Now, it just says to gently massage it in circular motions on wet skin, rinse thoroughly, and then tone and moisturize. I don't know. It wasn't for me, guys. It was not my cup of tea. Now, what I will say is it's got some crazy good ingredients. There is that, nothing in here that is screaming to me that it's terrible. But, it just was not for me, was not my product. I have not repurchased it since I ran out of it. I also can't say that I necessarily replaced this one with something just as good, or in the same, area, I guess. But, I now use the Formula 10.0.6. It is, let me look it up really quick so I'm making sure that I'm telling you the right thing. Hold on, now I know I gotta get back to Ulta. But I replaced it with this cleanser. I think I've been using this cleanser for about the same time. About a year now. Because I definitely used it for about a year now. And, okay, let me get on here. Formula. Now, this brand that I'm also talking about right now has a really cool, they've got a really cool line of face masks. I have one that I would not purchase again from this brand. Maybe I'll just slide right in there after I'm back to here after that. Okay, so the face wash that I use. Now, it's an exfoliator. I've talked about it before, but it's, again, a gentle exfoliator. It's called the One Deep Attraction Daily Foaming Face Wash. So this usually retails for $8.50. These are always on sale. Right now, they're on sale for $5.94. That's why I love this brand. The same thing with Mario Badescu. Like, it's a crazy good price. So this has charcoal to carry away the nasties, it says, without stripping away moisture, which I can definitely say after I use this face wash, I don't feel like my skin is stripped. I love this face wash. I have 3 backups because I never want to run out. And then it also says it has willow bark, which is the gentle exfoliator. So this is also another one of those products that I got for my tone and texture, while also, you know, another, my double cleanse, because I used my first cleanse, the Kiehl's sativa seed. So now the next product that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to skip right on back to Mario Badescu, and I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I'm just going to go for it, okay? Sorry, everyone. Now, I'm not saying that I would not repurchase this ever, because it's bougie, but they're facial sprays. Now, I have gotten 2 different kinds. Let me see if I can find the one I have never been able to find again, the one that I actually would repurchase. I could not find again, so hopefully maybe it'll be on here, I don't know. The one that I used the most was the facial spray with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. Now, yes, this stuff is great. It's a good, you know, it's a facial spray. To me, in my opinion, this is like getting the Evian spray, but for $7. I don't feel like this could actually be beneficial. I think it's just supposed to be, you know, a facial spray. It's supposed to be refreshing. It does say that it has a whole lot of claims. You know, it has vitamin C. Oh God, there's a whole lot of, and then the lavender is good for your skin, and you know, it's a good hydrator. Definitely. But, I didn't feel like this ever made a difference for me. Ever. The smell is fantastic. You know, there's always that. But, yeah, no, I'm gonna try and find the one that I actually really did like. They had it for a hot minute. I just went into Ulta one day. That's when I find the best things, honestly. I'm just gonna type it in and see if I could find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, so, okay, they do still sell it. I could never get it online, though. I walked in, and they had it one day, and I picked it up, and I was like, I need this. So this is the one that I would get, other than the lavender one instead of the lavender one. It is the facial spray with aloe, sage, and orange blossom. This stuff is fantastic. Now, they recommend it for all skin types. It says the facial sprays are meant to multitask. Okay, use it before your moisturizer to boost hydration, to dampen makeup brushes, sponges, you know, after your makeup for a setting spray. But what I liked about this one was the scent the most. It's got that nice orange scent. It's like a brightening scent. I would definitely get this one again. This was definitely the one for me, other than the lavender one. But, I don't know. Still, at the end of the day, it's like, how is this actually beneficial to me? You get what I'm saying? I'm sure somebody out there agrees with me. But also, they're nice to have, and they're only $7. Like, the Evian was like $20. Oh, God. I remember when that was like a big thing, and everybody was getting the Evian stuff. They had them at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls for a while too. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is a very strange product from Mario Badescu. It's the Whitening Mask. I think this is the one that I mean. I might be wrong. 'Cause isn't this a... Okay, yeah, I don't think this is it. Because there was a powder. I have the white powder on here, so I don't think this is it. The Whitening Mask, that does not sound right. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about, while I'm looking for it, I thought it was that one. It was a mask, but it was this white powder that basically you would take a cotton pad, a wet cotton pad, and you would dip it into the powder, and then you would basically just like, I don't even know how to explain it, like dab it onto your skin and create like a paste. It would create a paste on your face. Silver powder, here it is. It's called the silver powder. Usually retails for $12. Right now it's on sale for $8.40. So let's see now what they really say. So it's recommended for all skin types. Now this is it's a powder. It's just a big thing of powder. It says it has minerals to help purify pores and draw out impurities to reveal skin that appears clearer and more refined. So this is so messy. I got this a really long time ago and I used to use it almost every night. It's supposed to draw, dirt and oil out of your pores. It says to put it in your T-zone or where your skin appears congested. So it's good for oily skin. And then it also says to remove it with a toner. So I would use like some cheapo toner, to get it all off. But I never really felt like this made a difference for me. Clogged pores aren't totally an issue for me. It's more, like I say all the time, the texture and tone. So this was kind of one of those things that I thought was cool, and it ended up being totally messy and just a really weird product that didn't really end up working very well for me. I'm sure, again, I'm gonna, disclaimer halfway through the first segment here, but I'm just gonna go out here and say, like, if you use any of these products and you love them, great, good for you. Just because I don't like them or they weren't for me doesn't mean, they're not for you and they don't work for you. We are all beautiful different flowers and we all bloom in beautiful different ways. So, just because I don't like it doesn't mean you can't like it. I'm not saying that at all by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not an expert. This is just my opinion on products that, I wouldn't purchase again. So, while I have said that, I am going to take my first break and I'm going to come back and talk to you guys. I've got a whole list of products here to go through, so this is definitely going to be a long one today. But don't be scared. Stick around. I'll be right back, guys.
The GSMC Life and Happiness podcast takes you on a journey of exploration. We'll discuss tried and true methods alongside the latest trends of how to best live your life to its fullest and happiest. From psychology to meditation, science to self-help books, the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast will help you to discover what makes you happy and how you can live life being the best you possible. Download the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
All right, people. We're back. Wow. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I got a list of stuff here to talk to you guys about today, that products that I would not repurchase. And in the process of telling you about these products that I would not repurchase, I'm telling you what I purchased instead. What I would suggest instead. I always feel like these videos can get a little negative, and, there isn't a lot on here that I'm like, ugh, hated it. Absolutely despised it. I don't think there's anything on here, well, maybe one thing, that I absolutely despised. But, nothing on here that I'm, like, disgusted. Disgusting. So, like I said, I got a list of stuff here. We were, like, halfway through. We got a whole lot more to talk about here. So, we were on Mario Badescu. We are still on Mario Badescu. This is one of those brands that I'm constantly trying new products from. I actually just added a couple of things to my cart during the break to try from a couple different brands here, but Mario Badescu is always something that I go to. So, the next product that I'm going to talk about here for Mario Badescu is the Botanical Exfoliating Scrub. So, here's the thing. I thought this was going to be awesome. I was really looking forward to this. And, here's the thing. Scrubs are a little scary for me ever since, they ruined my skin. So I get a little nervous whenever I use scrubs. I can tend to be a little too harsh with my skin when it comes to scrubs, but this is, a gentler scrub. Another thing that I bought for a more radiant complexion and, my texture, because it literally says this scrub is formulated to refine and perfect your complexion with a unique combination of finely ground Ecuadorian ivory palm seeds and nourishing botanicals including ginger, ginkgo, green tea, aloe, and coconut. It's gentle, it's gel-based, it all sounds like it's going to be absolutely fantastic, and it was okay. And like I said, this one's a little bit more pricey, so it's a bigger, bottle. It's, 3.5-ish ounces, and it retails for $26. Like I said, a little bit more pricey. Let's check out the ingredients and see what's going on in here. Okay, so like a really small list. I always love when I see a really small list of ingredients. But, a lot of good stuff in here. Coconut extract, ginger root extract, aloe, which is so good for your skin. A lot of really good stuff. It's just, wasn't for me. I really didn't see a whole lot of a difference in my skin for that time. It just, I don't know, a lot of people say that it makes their skin feel smoother and softer and their pores are reduced, but I just get nervous when it comes to scrubs because I feel like scrubs can sometimes cause a little bit more damage than you want them to. There are so many more, chemical exfoliators and peels that you could do that aren't going to be harsh and rough on your skin the way that a scrub could be. Now, like I said, it's a gentle scrub. It's a good scrub. If you're into scrubs, get it. This one is fantastic. It is wonderful. But scrubs, I've just got a little bit of a vendetta with scrubs, if you will. But, like I said, I also replaced this with that One Deep Attraction Formula 10.0.6. I love that stuff. Love that stuff. It was so good for my redness. It was so good for my texture. It's still so good for my texture. I swap it out every once in a while. I use, different cleansers. I double cleanse, triple cleanse. I'm always switching things up, especially with my cleansers. So, alright, we are on to our last Mario Badescu product here. Now, I still have this product. And I bought it a very long time ago. I kind of just keep it for travel or, things like that. When I run out of something, I have it there. It's just nothing, it wasn't anything special. It is the Hydro Moisturizer with Vitamin C. Now, I also think that I've got a bit of a high expectation, with this kind of stuff. So, why isn't this loading for me? It's telling me something about request header. I don't understand. Come on, get it together, please. Like, what's going on? Very strange. Okay, so, like I said, the Hydro Moisturizer with Vitamin C. This stuff was okay. And again, this one is a little bit more pricey. It was $18. So, the problem I had with this was that I felt like it didn't moisturize my skin. It just kind of made it really greasy. And like I said, I have oily skin already. And, this just really made me feel slick and slippery and oily. Was definitely not for me. But like I said, I keep it around just in case, like, I ever need a backup or something. Or if I run out of something, it's okay. Also, it says it has vitamin C, so of course I hopped on that real quick. I don't feel like this made a difference for me, at all. At all. So, what moisturizer I use in its place? I use, let me look it up super quick here. Now, newsflash, it's Kiehl's. Sorry, you guys. I absolutely love this brand. I always have, always will. It is super expensive. I totally understand that. Totally know that. But it's worth it, in my opinion, to spend your money on skincare. Truthfully. So, the moisturizer that I use in its place is a newer product from Kiehl's. I think it came out around the holiday season of 2020. And, I'm trying to find it now. It's taking some time. I don't know why. I just need to get that moisturizer. Yeah. Okay. Where are you? There we are. The Kiehl's Pure Vitality Skin Renewing Cream. I love this stuff. Absolutely love this stuff. Now, it is made with Manuka honey. I think it's Manuka honey. Yes. Manuka honey and red ginseng root. It is a heavy moisturizer, and I thought the second that I saw the formula of this moisturizer, I was like, oh god, why did I just spend $65 on this moisturizer? It's just gonna be, it's just gonna make me more oily, it's gonna be too heavy. Boy. Woo, this stuff is awesome, and it has so many really great claims and really great ingredients. It helps the skin renew itself for a smoother texture. You knew I was already hopping on that. Improves skin resilience and fortifies skin's barrier, boosts radiance and vibrancy for a youthful-looking glow, helps skin bounce back from the visible signs of aging, and dispenses... This jar is so cool, because I guess it needs to protect the potency. There's ingredients in here that the air could, affect. I've seen it. They give you those little packets sometimes. You can get the little trial packets, and I would try to use them once or twice, and you could totally see how the air affects the product. So that is a truthful thing. I've seen it myself. It comes in this little jar where you have to slide your finger across this little bubble, and it shoots out the perfect amount of product. So the key ingredients, like I said, are Manuka honey and red ginseng root. I love this stuff. Absolutely love this stuff. Have definitely seen a difference in my skin. Hands down. Now, like I said, it is pricey. It's $65, but the difference with, spending the money for high-quality skincare, you don't have to use as much because it's high quality and it's got perfect ingredients that are meant to help you. You don't have to use as much product. So that is what I will say about expensive product. So that is it for Mario Badescu. Now, the next product that I'm going to talk about is from Glossier. This stuff was interesting. It's the exfoliating skin perfector. I don't remember where I heard this from. I might have just seen it on Instagram and thought I should give it a try. It's a decent price, $24. It's a toner. It's a toner. And it was okay. But it says it's like it says an exfoliating skin perfector. Unlike physical scrubs, this solution uses a 10% blend of skincare acids to unglue dead skin and sweep it away, so your complexion appears smoother, softer, and glowier. I don't know how I felt about this product. I don't know. It's a very gentle product. It's a very gentle product, so maybe that's why I don't feel like it made that much of a difference for me. It definitely did, get me somewhere, but I don't know. I didn't repurchase it. I don't know. I don't like waiting, because I go through the entire product before I make up my mind. With me and with texture, because texture is something that's going to take a very long time to fix. And I totally understand that. I've got the patience. I'm ready for it. But I expect that when I've run out of the product, that I'll have some kind of a difference to go on. And with this one, I did have some difference, but I don't know. It's just, I was expecting a whole lot more. So, it has salicylic acid, so it's perfect for blemishes and unclogging pores. It has glycolic acid, so it's going to brighten your skin and improve the tone and texture. It has lactic acid, that also is going to reduce dark spots as well as improve tone and texture. There's another one I cannot pronounce, and it's an exfoliator that will moisturize and condition your skin. So along with all of that, it has a anti-stress complex, it says. So it's got aloe and hydrating glycerin and calming niacinamide, so it's going to reduce the redness and calm your skin. This stuff is good. It's good. But I haven't even really made up my mind still, because now that I'm looking at it again, I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should just get it again. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a Libra. I'm way too indecisive for things like this. So I will tell you what I replace this with, though, to try instead, which is also on this list. So maybe I'll go back to this. Maybe I should. I think I will. So what I did in exchange for this one was the Ordinary. I don't know why. My computer is not letting me go on Ulta right now. It's a little rude. Don't understand what's going on. So I'm just going to hop on another website really quick. It's the Ordinary Glycolic Acid Toning Solution. Let me find the product really quick here. I'm on some other rando website on here. Just trying to get oh, here we go. So this is what I got instead. $9.20. It's okay. I like it. But this, again, I don't feel like it's made that much of a difference for me at all. Let's see here. The description says, resurface and revitalize the skin with this product. I don't feel like it's done that for me. Another thing it says, it's got glycolic acid, alpha hydroxyl acid, that's going to gently exfoliate the surface layer to restore clarity and visibly improve uneven textures. Okay. It was alright. Again, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but, I did not get what I was expecting out of this. I don't feel like it's made that much of a difference for me. But I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should I repurchase this one for $9.20 and keep using this and see if I see a difference? Or should I go back to the Glossier? For $24. Because, like, both of them I'm kind of just impartial on. I didn't really feel like any of them made a difference for me. Maybe there's a way to apply this that I'm not doing. I don't know. Because a lot of people, there's a lot of people on here that love it. Yeah, maybe I'm going to have to give this one another try. And maybe, you know what, I also want to get, this is another product, another brand that I've got a bunch of stuff in my cart on Ulta from. So, you know, maybe I'll just check out and call it a day. So, alright, what's next? Okay, so this is the Ole Henriksen, the Sheer Transformation Moisturizer. So I got this along with the Glow 2OH Dark Spot Toner. They go hand in hand. I like the toner. I have not finished it just yet, but I do like the toner. It's an interesting toner. It's got a lovely smell to it. I do feel like my dark spots have gotten better with this toner. Definitely. But the moisturizer, I would definitely not repurchase. I don't feel like it really made a difference for me at all whatsoever. I used both of these, here's the thing. Whenever I get a new skincare product, I use that product faithfully until it's gone. And then I make up my mind, And with this one, used it faithfully until it was gone, and I just don't feel like it made that much of a difference. This one, I got a very little one, and I used it in conjunction with the toner for a very long time. I still have the toner, and even without the moisturizer, I feel like the toner is still doing its job, but I don't know if the moisturizer really did. It says, it's a very lightweight moisturizer, so that's good. That was nice. And it sinks right into your skin. So if that's something that you're into, give it a shot. But, it's got all of these percentages, on a consumer study. 97% of users agree this product moisturizes. 97% agree it absorbs quickly. 94% agree this product nourishes, softens, and it's ultra light. So everything that I just said, I totally agree with all of those claims. However, I don't feel like this made any kind of a difference for, because it says it's a perfecting moisturizer. It's supposed to even your skin tone, soothe skin texture, and improve the look of dark spots and discoloration. So I would not repurchase this moisturizer. Again, what I replaced it with was the Kiehl's moisturizer, the Pure Vitality that I just talked about. I loved that one. So, I already talked about The Ordinary, so I guess we could skip that one. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna hop on this next one. You're gonna be surprised, guys. It's a Kiehl's product that I would not repurchase. That's very few and far between. I love Kiehl's. Absolutely love it. So, let me pull it up right here. It is a cleanser. I have the regular one. I think I've talked about this one before. So they have their Ultra Facial Cleanser, just regular, the way that it is, $22. Love that stuff. That's just, it's my travel cleanser. It's my backup cleanser if I run out of something. It's just my go-to cleanser. I love it. It's fantastic. I also love the Calendula Deep Cleansing Foaming Wash from Kiehl's. That's a good one too. A little bit more pricey. It's an extra $12, but same thing. Love it. Now for the one that I would not repurchase. The Ultra Facial Oil-Free Cleanser. It is the same cleanser, it's just oil-free, an oil-free version. And the same price, $22. I really wanted to like this. It is just so stripping. It feels like your skin feels so super tight after you use this cleanser. And I get that happens with oil-free cleansers, but I really don't like that feeling. I feel like it's just not good. And yes, it did reduce the oil, but I feel like it just stripped my skin of all of the oil that was there. And, some of that oil is good oil. You want to keep that, And then if you ruin that, because your skin produces oil, of course, we've talked about this before. And if you strip your skin of that oil, it's going to overproduce oil, and then you're going to get more oily, and then you're going to think, I should use this cleanser more, and then you're just going to, repeat that cycle. So it does say, it's not over drying, but I really felt like this stripped my skin completely. I was really not a fan, because I thought, if I've got oily skin, I might as well give it a try. But I use that regular one like it's my job. Love it. Love it. Love it. So, the next one that I'm going to talk about, I know is going to be controversial. I know it. And that's fine. Whatever. I'm going to talk about the Neutrogena Makeup Remover Wipes. I hate these things. This is what I was saying before, that there's not like one product that I'm like, disgusting. It's this one. I hate it. I hate it. This stuff is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I don't have sensitive skin, but I've got sensitive eyeballs. And when I would use this to take off my makeup anytime, oh my god, even if I wasn't even anywhere near my eyes, like my eyes would start to water and burn. It was so awful. I used the regular ones and it would happen. And then my friends were like, Melissa, you should use the, the nighttime one. It's sensitive. It's for sensitive skin. You should use it. Hated it. Hated it. Hated it. Hated it. It still did the same thing. And, what I did like about these wipes was that they were super wet when you pulled them out of the container. And, they did a really good job, but whoa, not for me. Despise these wipes. What I replaced them with is the Formula 10.0.6. They are just the wipe your face off makeup remover wipes. They're fantastic. They're totally fine around my eyes. So if you have sensitive eyes, go for these ones. They are cheaper. There's a little bit less in the package, but they're cheaper. And this brand is always doing sales. Right now they're doing a sale on Ulta, and then you get a free gift if you spend $20, which is not hard because everything's like $5, $6, $7. I love almost everything from this brand. This is another one. I've got 4 things in my cart. Most of them are from Formula 10.0 from 0.6, The Ordinary. I got a whole bunch of stuff on here. I'm just going to check out when I'm done on here. But, the Formula 10.0.6 wipes are fantastic. If you have sensitive eyes, they get all your makeup off. Now, they are a little dry. There has been times where I've had to use 2, but they're so well priced. It didn't matter to me. It did not matter. Okay, so I'm gonna take my second break, and, oh wait, no I'm not. who am I kidding? Sorry, just kidding. I'm not going to. I'm going to talk about one more thing, and then I'm going to take my second break, because I know this is going to be a rant, and I'm going to end this one instead of starting it with a rant. So, I have a bone to pick with cotton pads. Now, I understand that, a lot of people are trying to be more sustainable, of course. That is my main point here in this rant. Cotton pads are a waste. You spend, $3, $4, $5 on your big pack of cotton pads, and they're gone in, if you're washing your face every morning and night, toning it every morning and night, using those, maybe 4 or 5 every day, they're gone in 2 weeks. 3 weeks, and then you're going to spend another $5, $6, and you're going to get another one, and, not sustainable. Not sustainable for the earth. So, one thing I'm going to recommend to you instead of using cotton pads is using your hands. I have recently started using my hands for my toner and, everything. Absolutely everything. Why would you use a cotton pad, But there are some things that I like to use cotton pads for. If I had makeup on that day, I really like to get in there with a cotton pad. Sometimes I feel like if I use my hands, I'm not getting everything off. I'm kind of just slapping it into my skin. You know what I mean? So sometimes, if I feel especially like I've got a dirty skin that day, I'll use. Now, are you ready for this? Reusable cotton pads. I thought it was crazy too, people. I really did, but I'm going to tell you the exact ones that I bought because I love them, and I totally think that they are so sustainable. You literally just throw them in a little bag and throw them in the washer. Love them. I got them in March. I've been using them since. I don't use them as much now because I'm trying to use my hands more, but the ones that I get are the Bamboo Makeup Remover Pads. It's a 16-pack. They are organic bamboo cotton rounds, and they give you a little washable laundry bag, so you can literally just throw them all in the laundry bag and throw them in with your laundry, so you just wash them, with your laundry. And then what I'll do is after I take them out of the dryer, because sometimes they don't get fully dry, which is whatever, totally fine, and I'll take them out and I'll spread them out on a little towel by my, skincare section, and, I'll use them and then throw them in the bag, and then every time I do my laundry, I make sure to take them to the laundry, even if there's 2 in there. I don't care. So, they retail for $10, but right now, they are doing them for $9, so they're $1 off. But these are awesome. The brand, I think it's Fogary, I don't even know, Phogary on Amazon. I love these things, and there's a whole lot of other options, of course, for these reusable cotton pads, but they work just as well, if not better, than regular cotton pads. They have, obviously a cotton kind of texture, so I feel like they definitely get into your pores a little bit more. You have to be a little bit more gentle because it's, it's like using a towel. You don't want to rough up your skin, but less waste. It's less harmful to the environment, and they're really good. And if you're not going to use these, like I said, use your hands, but they're also huge. They fit in the palm of my hand. They're huge. So sometimes, I just use one for the whole application process. You know what I mean? I'll just dip it in some water. I also started using my micellar water cleanser. So I've been using that with these cotton pads the most. I'll use my hands first, and I'll, get it up and it'll foam a little bit on my skin, and then I'll take the cotton pad with just a regular, I use that Thayer's toner, just, when I'm using a toner to get something off my skin, like a face mask or something. I'll take that Thayer's toner and I'll just wipe it off with the cotton pad, and, love these things. Absolutely love these things. So, now that I've gotten off that soapbox, we just finished we finished up the Mario Badescu, we talked about Glossier, we talked about the Henriksen, we talked about the Ordinary, Kiehl's, Neutrogena, no, disgusting, and cotton pads. Now, to follow up, I do have some more makeup stuff. I haven't talked a lot about makeup at all, but I've got a couple makeup products here, and a hair product, and then, 2. I've got a couple of hair products, and some makeup coming up. And yeah, so I'm going to take a short little break, and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, stick around.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Party people. All right, we're back. So we're going to talk about the rest of this list. We went through a whole long list. This is already a really long episode. So I'm not going to say that I'm going to speed it up though. Because I'm not. So just buckle in, you know? So we talked about a whole lot of skincare. I'm taking a bit of actually what I'll do is I'll pick out the one thing in here that is skincare, and then I'll just go through the makeup, and we've got hair care last. So I've got some makeup stuff, and then I'll share my hair care stuff that I would not repurchase, and what I purchased instead. Okay, so let's get started. So the last thing on here for skincare is the formula. Okay, I don't know why Ulta is just not working for me right now, which is so strange. It literally just keeps crashing or something. I don't know. Totally fine. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about is a product from Formula 10.0.6, just one of their face masks. They have so many face masks. You could totally find, if you have one specific thing on here that, you need, you can find probably 2 or 3 face masks for that one thing. So the one that I'm going to talk about that was not my favorite is the Be Berry Clear mask. So it is an illuminating peel mask. I'm not crazy about peel masks. It's just not for me. But this has raspberry and acai. It says it minimizes pores, calms flare-ups, soothes the skin. Now, the thing is, this brand is, again, a really well-priced brand. It is super, super cheap. And for that price, they do a pretty decent job. I have a lot of products from this brand that I really do love. Like I said, I added some stuff to my cart on Ulta that I'm totally going to check out for, and then, obviously, give you guys a cute little review. I'll probably tell you guys which ones those are. What I buy in another episode. But like I said, just totally not a fan of peel masks. I don't feel like they really do the job. This says it's good for acne prone skin, because it's going to calm your flare-ups. It's good for oily skin, really any kind of skin, and it's going to brighten your complexion. So, like I said, if you're looking for anything like that, give this one a try. Now, I'm going to tell you my favorite mask from this brand. It is the Ultra Cleansing Deep Down Detox Mud Mask. I love this stuff. The smell is fantastic. It is orange and bergamot. It is really cleansing. It is really awesome. It says it reduces the appearance of impurities for a clearer, brighter complexion. The orange recharges. There's sea salt, and that's going to cleanse, and the bergamot is going to balance. This whole mask, I love it. I would use this as a spot treatment. If I had a really bad pimple, I just plop it on there and leave it on overnight, and then take a little bit of toner on a cotton pad and just whoop. And honestly, it was such a good spot treatment. They have like a regular spot treatment, but like, I love this mask. It is good for anything. It is good for everything. So if you're looking for something that's just all around good and is going to be helpful for you, this is the one to get. The Deep Down Detox Ultra Cleansing Mud Mask. Love this one. So now we're going to hop into makeup. I guess I'll get on Sephora because Ulta is just not coming up for me. I don't know what her problem is. She has left the party. Don't know what happened there. So we'll just hop over to Sephora. The first brand that I'm going to talk about, I've got a couple things in here, is Tarte. Now, Tarte, you know, hopped out of the wagon and was like really big for everybody for a while. When the Shape Tape came out, and I loved the Shape Tape. I really did. It was fantastic, and I used it, you know, all the time. So, I loved the Shape Tape. It was a good product, but I also bought a couple other products from them. I bought the 2 different mascaras. I bought the Tarte Gifted Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. Both the mascaras that I bought from Tarte are on this list. Mascara, this goes for $23. Personally, in my opinion, there are so many amazing drugstore mascaras. I'm saving that for a whole episode in itself. I'm literally going to talk all about mascara. But, this mascara, I don't think any mascara should cost more than $15 at the most. But this was just, like, awful. I'm sorry, it was so bad. It dried out in, like, a week, and you could not bring it back. And, you know, again, you're spending $23 for this mascara, and it was just, like, ugh, disgusting. It was just awful. You know, it says that it's got, like, rebuilding and strengthening benefits, but honestly, if you're looking for a product to strengthen and rebuild and repair your eyelashes, get a serum for your eyelashes. Like, I don't know. And it was also super flaky. Like, throughout the day, it would just, like, flake down onto your skin. It was just very dry, and it was just not very good. The other mascara that I got from Tarte was the Lights Camera Lashes. Now this one I liked a little bit more than the other one. It didn't dry out as fast. The packaging was super cute. I liked the brush. It was really small. You could get everywhere you needed to get. Again, $23. I really don't think mascara should be that much money. But this one I did like better than the Amazonian Clay mascara. I thought it worked a whole lot better. It didn't, you know, it didn't dry out as fast. I don't know. I don't want to spend that much money on mascara. That was really why I would not repurchase this mascara. It's just, I will not purchase mascara that is that expensive. You know, even the Too Faced Better Than Sex, I don't even have it on this list, and I wouldn't repurchase that one again. I used to get all of these super expensive mascaras, you know, when I first started wearing makeup, because I thought these are so much better than the drugstore because they cost this much, which is not always true, especially with mascara. If you're going to get a mascara that's going to dry out in a couple weeks, buy one for $6. That works for those couple of weeks. Like, or don't, I don't know. But, I mean, $23. And the same thing with the Better Than Sex. That stuff is so expensive. And now I'm pretty sure L'Oreal has, like, a dupe, literally, that looks the same. And the brush is the same. And people love that one way more. So, don't spend your money on that. So, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is the bronzer. I gotta find it on here, because they've got all this new stuff, obviously. And, oh, here it is. This is, oh no, not that. This. The Amazonian Clay Bronzer. Now, it says it's waterproof. I don't know why I think that's funny. I'm sorry. But it's an oil-free bronzer. The packaging is bougie. It's got, like, chains and stuff on it. I don't know. But this is $30 for this bronzer. And it only comes in one color. That's pretty much why I wouldn't repurchase it. It was not a very good color. It would fade. It never really stayed anywhere. It's in one color, Park Ave Princess. It's a little too warm for me. I'm a little pale. But, you know, the brand has some pretty good, has some pretty good products. Like I said, the Shape Tape was fantastic. I'm hearing now there's some rumors with the packaging not being as good as it used to be. But, I mean, no, would definitely not repurchase this bronzer, especially when I've got so many better options for half the price. The Colourpop Bronzers are out of this world, and they are a beautiful price. I literally love Colourpop. All of my makeup is from Colourpop. The price is fantastic. The quality of the makeup is fantastic. I could literally talk about Colourpop forever. I love it. So let me just find really quick, get their bronzer price on here. The pop-ups are so annoying. Does anybody else think that? Okay, so blush and bronzer, they usually retail for about the same price. Right now they've got this really cute, like, desert themed launch. They've got a couple blushes on here. Now, I'm not talking about the Super Shock formula. I'm just talking about the pressed powder foundation bronzer. So here's one that I would totally get. Now, Private Party is a good one. It's a good dupe for the Park Ave Princess. I feel like they're a similar shade. It's really, it's a little too warm for me, but when I've got a fake tan, it's nice. But the Spectacle one that I'm looking at is a good one. These go out of stock super quick because they're so good. I love this stuff, and it retails for $10. Some of them for $7. How could you beat it? When you could beat it for $30, you can get one that's $7 and is 10 times better. I love these, and they have so many different shades to choose from. I love Colourpop. Half of the stuff, the makeup that I'm going to talk about, I replaced with Colourpop. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is Benefit Cosmetics. Now, a little typing ASMR. Benefit, okay. There are two things on here that I would not repurchase. The first one is the Professional Face Primer. This is a personal thing. A lot of people love this. If you have pores to fill, this stuff is awesome. However, I feel like it's slippery. I have oily skin, so I feel like primers don't really work for me very often. The one that I got a sample of, actually, that I want to try. It's the, the Tatcha one that's in, like, the little compact type thing. I got that. I want to try it. Everybody was raving about that one for a really long time. Another really expensive brand. I've gotten some skincare from Tatcha. I've loved it, but it's super expensive. The primer is not for me. I used to get it a whole lot. They have the option. There's like the regular one, the original Professional face primer. But then, don't they have another one? Or at least they did. They had another one. It was the Professional, the Professional Matte Rescue Invisible Finish Mattifying Gel and the Professional Pearl Primer. I've tried all three. And I wasn't crazy about all three. Mostly because I'm just not a primer person. I never felt like it made a difference to my makeup. However, there was one product that I used that I loved, that I found a serious difference in my makeup. I don't think it's technically a primer. I hope it's on here. It's like, Liberata, I think is the name of it. It's not on Sephora, so let me just Google it really quick. I got this, honestly, and my mom got me one of those, like, advent calendars with, like, makeup in it. And I got this product in that box, and I used it, and I loved it. I was like, whoa, like, this is really good. And, like, a week later, Jaclyn Hill, talked about it and how much she loved it. So there you go, guys. This is it is Vita Liberata Beauty Blur Skin Tone Optimizer. Now, I got the color Latte. It is really dark. They also have Latte Light, so you can get the lighter one. It's $28 on this site, Skin Store. It says it's usually $40, which I think is right. This stuff is awesome. Absolutely awesome. You could wear this alone. It is so pretty on the skin. It's moisturizing. It also says that it's a primer, and I really do feel like this made a difference in my makeup. Now, like I said, I use a lot of powders, so this has a nice, it's glistening. It makes your skin look beautiful. And, oh wait, does this say Gradual Tanning? What? Stop it. It's a Gradual Tanner? What? No, I didn't know that. I did not know it was a Gradual Tanner. That's a little weird. Is the one in Latte Light? How is it a Gradual Tanner, though, if you're only going to tan your face? I'm confused. Description. Let's read it. Okay. Prep and perfect your skin all at once with this product. Moisturizing formula that works as a primer, self-tan, and skin finish. What? Okay, that's a little weird. I don't know how much of a tan you could get, especially with the Latte Light. I don't know. That's a little weird. That's definitely a little weird. I did not know that. But I still love the product nonetheless. I haven't really seen any kind of I don't use it that often, so maybe like, the self-tan doesn't really work. I don't think it's like a one-time use. I think it's like gradual. So yeah, alright, well, there you go. There you have it. Now, the next one that I'm gonna move on to is what is it? Okay. Anastasia, Beverly Hills, yeah, so I haven't really bought a whole lot of products from this brand. I never bought a Brow Wiz, because Colourpop was better. I never bought the pomade, but I do have a pomade on this list. What I did buy that I hated was the liquid lipstick. Oh. Talk about, what do they say? Butthole lips? Ew! It's just, like, so drying. A super, super drying formula. The colors are okay. I had it in the color Trouble. It's a matte finish. It's just, like, ugh. God, it was so bad. I put it on and immediately took it right off. What I will say, though, what I use instead is the Colourpop. Colourpop, the lippy sticks. They have them in every single finish. They have matte, they have glossy, they've got something in between. They have the new blot finish. It looks like, so effortless, so natural, and they're so well priced. This is $20 for one liquid lip. Now, I will say, it was one of those things to just have. It was one of those things to just get because Anastasia was like crazy popular. Not a fan. Not for me. Colourpop takes the cake. Sorry. So the next one that I'm going to talk about is a product that I talked about before on here. It is the butter bronzer. Do you guys remember that? It had like a little, it had a spark of popularity, the Physicians Formula butter bronzer. This stuff smells amazing. It looked amazing, but it broke me out. I was super sad about it because I absolutely loved it. But I think what made me break out is it's made with maru butter, and anything that, like, if it has butter in it, I know it's butter bronzer, I should have known, but, like, it broke me out like crazy. I absolutely loved it. The color is absolutely beautiful. The smell is so nice. It's just, it broke me out. Sorry. And like I said, what I use instead is a Colourpop bronzer. It doesn't break me out. A beautiful pressed powder bronzer. $7. $7. Woo! Love it. Okay. The next one. Becca Cosmetics. Talked about this one a little bit too. It's definitely an unpopular opinion. And it's the Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed highlighters. I think that they are, really expensive, but it's one of those things that you splurge on for yourself. They have the mini sizes that are really cute, and they have them in all different shades. They have that cool amethyst one that's like purple. That was really cool. I almost bought that one when it came out because I thought it was really cool. But this stuff is really glittery, in my opinion. I think if you have any kind of texture or breakouts or anything that you don't want to emphasize, this stuff is just going... And I get it. All highlighters do that. Of course they do. But there's some of them that do it in a way that it's, not like, hi, look at my pimples, look at my texture, You guys totally get what I'm saying. I had a whole episode on highlighters, so if you haven't listened to it, head on back over to that episode. I talk all about, my favorite highlighters, why I love them, what I don't love about them, and this one's in there. I talked about this one a lot, and definitely would not repurchase this one. And what I use instead, take a guess, Colourpop. Colourpop highlighters. I also love, love, love the Mary Luminizer. Guys, that highlighter is so good. So good, and such a good price. So, the next one is sort of an item, not a makeup tool, if you will, that is totally, actually, I really don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. Okay, so a really long time ago, when Morphe was, poppin', just coming about, I really wanted a makeup brush set. Of course, we all did. And I got one. And I got, a whole set. And some of them were fantastic. Some of them were absolutely god-awful. I don't use them at all anymore. Because they'd fall apart so easy. And, they were just at least mine, and when I got them, it was a very long time ago. They could very well be much better. But, then they were a cheap price, and everybody was, everybody on YouTube was like, you gotta get them. I mean, then I didn't know that, they were getting money off them. So, I was a scammed little child. But, I wanted them. I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be like the YouTubers. So, of course, I got my own set of Morphe brushes. I have thrown every single one away. The quality is just... of those brushes, at least at that time, were awful. Absolutely awful. They would fall apart. The brush hairs would come out, and I took such good care of them because I cared so much about them. And it was so sad. And I used them. What I ended up using them for, I got good use out of them because I would take them to college with me, and I would do a lot of people's makeup, and I would use them for everybody else. And, they were okay for what they were then. So, what I use instead. The Colourpop brushes. Guys, the Colourpop brushes. They are so good. They are so good. I love them so very much. The eye brushes are fantastic. Now, I don't have the ultimate brushes. I have, the regular, when they first came out with them, just the white handles, the black with the white tip brush. I think I got the whole set of them when you could. The brush bundle. I'm looking at it, $30. $30 for this brush bundle. Some of them, I can go without. Definitely could go without. I will tell you those. I'm going through them. They're loading very slowly. Okay, so the ones that I do have, that I do use often. I use the small tapered brush, the small detail brush, the blending brush, the small shader brush. All of the eye brushes, I use them and love them. The small pencil brush, fantastic. Now, as far as face brushes go, The blush brush I actually use for my contour. This brush is, small and tapered, so I feel like it fits really well in the cheekbone area, at least for me. The small fluff brush, guys. This brush is fantastic. I need to get another one of these because I use it for so many different things. So, this brush is good for highlighter. Beautiful for highlighter. This brush is beautiful for blending out your under eye concealer. This brush is beautiful for a blown out eye look. I love the small fluff brush. It is so fantastic. The large powder brush is another one that I use. I use for my bronzer. I don't use it for my actual powder. For my actual powder, I use a kabuki brush. I love the kabuki brush. I also use a Real Techniques foundation brush from a long time ago, the orange one. Love that one as well. But as I'm looking on here on Colourpop at these brushes, they have this one that I have not seen before. It is a precision angled face brush. So this is an angled, small, fluffy brush for highlighting and contouring. Now, also what I like about these Colourpop brushes is that if you have any of the Super Shock shadows, all of these brushes will work with them. That was a problem that I also had with the Morphe brushes, because I love Colourpop. My Morphe brushes never worked well with Colourpop. Ever, ever, ever. So if you have a lot of Colourpop, go ahead and get the brushes, because every single one of their brushes are going to work with their eyeshadows. I don't know why I totally just blanked. So, yeah. Colourpop brushes instead of the Morphe brushes. Next is, a little drugstore action for you. I don't even remember what this was called. I literally just wrote Maybelline primer. They came out with a primer. I'm pretty sure it was like the baby. Yep, there it is. Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. You know what? I'm going to move over to my phone because I really don't know what's going on with Ulta right now, but it will not pop up on my computer. So I'm going to go on over to my phone. Maybelline Primer. Now, as I looked it up, I found it. It was the Baby Skin Primer. Remember when they had the baby lips? Little lip balms? They were cute. This is the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. Now, I don't know why I always went for instant pore erasers, because I never really had that much of a pore problem. But, again, just not a primer gal. I felt like this really just made my skin slippery and greasy. It was just not a cute look. I feel like with these primers, and this was supposed to be like a dupe for the, as far as I know, for the Benefit Porefection Pore Minimalizing Primer, and I just did not like either of them. But again, like I said, it's just because I'm not a primer person. I feel like primers don't work very well for me. However, on the topic of primers, I've really wanted to try out that new Milk Hydro Grip Primer. People rave about that stuff, although they say it's expensive. So let me look it up really quick, because I want to know. A lot of people rave about the Hydro Grip Primer. And Milk Cosmetics is another one of those brands that I absolutely love. It is a little bit more expensive, of course, but I absolutely love the brand. So this retails for $30. And, yeah, let's see. Get out of here. These pop-ups. It won the Allure Best of Beauty Award for the best primer. Hydrates, it grips. What does it say? Blue agave extract? Whoa, for all day hold. Allow formula to sit for 1 minute to fully absorb. Wow. People love this stuff. And what I like about Milk, they're vegan, cruelty-free, talc-free, paraben-free, silicone-free, oil-free, fragrance-free, gluten-free. And sometimes when you find brands that are all of those things, they blow. They're just not good. And I mean, I get it. You want to be all of those things, but a lot of the time it goes hand in hand that they're not very good. And that's okay. you know, Milk is out there, so they're good. And they're all of those things. If you're looking for a cruelty-free vegan brand, Nyx Cosmetics. And they have a lot of really cool stuff on here. A lot of their stuff is cream-based. So, yeah, I think I also somebody mentioned a Milk product, too, in my polls and questions. So, head on over to that episode, too, if you want to check that one out. So now I've got, oh my gosh, I'm on my last makeup product that I would not repurchase. So, it is from Nyx Cosmetics. Now, this is a while ago, very long time. I've had a very large eyebrow journey. Very large eyebrow journey. And this was one of the first products that I started out with when pomades were the thing. Now, with that being said, this was definitely not, I wouldn't even call it a pomade. I don't think they even called it a pomade. Yes, here it is. The Eyebrow Gel. Whew. This brings me back. This is a little terrifying. This is $7. It came in a little squeezy tube. It was awful, awful packaging. I would squeeze out like a little dot on, you know, like a mirror or a candle holder, and basically Sharpie on my eyebrows. This stuff was so bad. So bad. The packaging was terrible. The color choices are terrible. And like, I don't know, this stuff was not fantastic. Now, a lot of people use this as a dupe for the Anastasia, you know, dip brow pomade. It is definitely not a dupe. That pomade is fantastic. And, you know, it's really easy to enter into the danger zone with pomades. Super easy. You know, because they're thick, they're super thick, it's really hard. For me, I like that feathery, natural look. I didn't before. I didn't years ago. I went for the pomade look, the Sharpie brow look. I did. And, yeah. No. Just no. I mean, again, like I said, if you use any of these products and you love it, of course, keep using it. It's just my opinion. Now, they do have a little tab here that says why we love it. I just want to know. Keep your misbehaving brows in place with our discreet. I would definitely not say this product is discreet at all whatsoever. It does keep your brows in place though, because like it's heavy. Whew, it's heavy. With this makeup eyebrow gel. This lightweight, I wouldn't even say it's lightweight. Guys, it's so heavy. It is super heavy, super thick. I mean, for all I know, they have a different formula. I seriously doubt it. I mean, the pictures that people have, like, using this stuff, their eyebrows look fantastic, but they've also got, like, relatively thick brows, and I don't. So it says, it's lightweight, waterproof, that's true. Eyebrow Makeup Gel creates thicker, fuller, natural-looking brows. I don't know if I would say they're natural. I mean, I wonder how people use this, though. Because for them, on their website, it just says to use an angled brush and to line and fill your brows. But like I said, the pictures, because, you know, like, Nyx has the pictures that people can send in and they use for their website, and some people on here have, like, super natural looking brows, so I would wonder how, like, they would use the product compared to, you know, the other people that use the product, because their brows look awesome and natural. They really do look natural, and, you know, this product was, not for me. So, what I used instead, you guessed it, you already know, is the Colourpop eyebrow pencil. So now let's take a little skip over to Colourpop and take a look. So they have a whole lot more than they started out with brows. I have used the Brow Boss pencil. Love that one. It is a little less waxy. It's a lot more natural looking than the other pencil. They have the Brow Precision pencil. That's another good one, but it's a lot more waxy. It's I really don't know how else to explain it than it's waxier than the Brow Boss pencil. So, like I said, I've used both of them. I love both of them. I use them both for different things. You know, if I have just dyed my eyebrows, I'll go right for the Brow Boss gel that I also love in brown, and I just use that. If it's been a week and it's starting to fade, I'll use the Brow Boss pencil for a light, natural fill-in. If it's been a long time, like right now, I'm using the Brow Precision pencil in Dope Taupe. Love these. Absolutely love these. They are a fantastic, fantastic product. Now, while I say that, I'm pretty sure they have other brow products on here. I thought they had a little pomade action. I might be wrong. But let me just check it out really quick, because I thought for sure, or maybe it's liquid eyeliner, and maybe I'm just getting confused, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, brow. Yeah, it looks like they only have the pencils and the Brow Boss gel. So I must be getting confused, which is totally fine. But this is what I use instead. I completely skip on the pomade step because I like the look of feathery, natural, you know, thick brows. That's my go-to. That's what I do. That's what I use instead. So, if you can believe it, we've already gone through all the skincare, we've gone through all the makeup, we've gone through some tools, some tips and tricks, and like I said, I'm going to save the hair for last. I've got a couple of hair products that I'm going to talk to you about, and yeah, so I'm going to take my last break, guys, and when I come back, I'm going to talk to you guys about the hair care products that I would not repurchase and what I got instead. So stick around.
Do you want to be healthier, yet you just don't know what to do? All these shows telling you this and that, but nothing seems to work. Well, listen close. Golden State Media Concepts has got something great for you. The Health and Wellness Podcast dedicated to workout trends, healthy eating habits, diet, and everything about healthy living. Join us in our banters as we help you not just live life to the fullest, but live it to the healthiest.
People. So we have gone in deep on this episode on products that I've used, that I've purchased, that I would not repurchase, and why. Now, I also went through, so with each product, I told you what I bought instead, how I felt about it, what I like about it, those specs. Not a whole lot of specs, not a whole lot of ingredient talk this episode, which is, you know, still very important, but you know, I'm just giving my opinion on all of these products, why I love them, why I didn't repurchase them, what I got instead. So, I've talked tons of skincare, I've talked a little bit of makeup, and I talked some tools, you know. The last thing I'm going to talk about is hair care. So, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the brand Hask. Has anybody heard of that? I've seen it at Ulta. I've also seen it a lot at the Christmas tree shops. I don't know if that's a little random. I keep forgetting that my computer being so weird right now. I don't know what the ish is, but like it won't load, Ulta, which is super weird. I don't know what's going on. So the brand is called Hask, Hask. They do a couple of different things. So let me just go to the brand, actually, because now I'm on the product that I'm going to talk about, so I can tell you guys what they have, because I'm pretty sure this isn't the only thing that they have. They have shampoos and conditioners, treatments, styling products, and hair color. They've got some really interesting stuff. Like right now I'm looking at this cute little Unwind, wine deep conditioner. They have a couple of ones. They have like a Pinot Grigio and a rosé. This is really cute. Like, this would be a really cute, like, thing to do with your friends. But what I am going to talk about with this brand is their dry shampoos. So, I really wanted to love these. They are $8 a bottle, and they have all these different kinds of scents. Like, they have this charcoal purifying one, they have a chia seed volumizing one, they have a coconut dry shampoo, what else? I want to find all of them. Let me just go back to the dry shampoo page now that I've seen all of these. So, like I said, the charcoal, chia seed, coconut, and biotin. So, I have tried all 4. Like I said, I really wanted to like these. They're, they smell really good, they have really good claims, and they have really good reviews. However, these were awful. I don't feel like they, because the whole point of a dry shampoo is to soak up that oil, and to make your hair look less greasy. And, I really just don't feel like this worked for me. It says it's lightweight, it's an ultra fine rice starch formula, which is good, in the sense of it's not going to make your hair white when it's not going to change the color of your hair when you use it. It says it has charcoal powder to help soak up the oil, sweat, and odor, leaving hair feeling soft and purified. I just felt like this stuff didn't soak up the oil at all whatsoever, especially, notice they don't say coconut oil dry shampoo on the bottle. It says coconut dry shampoo. But it says removing excess oil is now easier than ever. It says it's a coconut infused formula. Again, the same things. It says it's going to soak up the oil, sweat, and odor, leaving hair refreshed. I'm going to check out the ingredients though, because I'll bet you. Okay, so butane, propane, and alcohol, the rice starch, charcoal powder, grapefruit peel oil, lemon oil, literally no coconut. No coconut in the ingredients. I bet it's the fragrance. I bet it's just a fragrance. But there's that one. Now, the one that I really wanted to love is the biotin thickening dry shampoo. Now, I understand that, like, obviously, this is something that you have to, like, biotin to actually make a difference. You should, take a biotin supplement. Again, this one is interesting, though, because it has coffee in it. I don't really know what that is supposed to do for your hair. But let's go through the ingredients of this one, too. The same kinds of stuff in here. There is actually biotin. Let's see. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 7th ingredient, as well as hydrolyzed collagen, which is good to see in a thickening dry shampoo. You're putting these things right into your hair. I don't know how well that would actually work. I mean, for me, the downfall to these dry shampoos is just the fact that they don't dry up my hair. They don't soak up all that oil. That was my biggest thing with these, and like I said, I really wanted to love them because I don't know, there's just something about this brand that I really want to like and I really want to own. You ever feel like that? So instead, what I use is not going to be a surprise to some people because this is some of the best shampoo the world has ever seen. I think it's just Batiste. That's how I've always pronounced it. Some people say Batiste. I don't know. I say Batiste. I just use the original one, the Clean and Classic. Sometimes, I've gotten the, I like the fresh one, the light and breezy one. Now, what I will say is I don't like the ones with the powder, the coloring powder. So when I went on vacation prior to coronavirus, I got one of the mini ones at Ulta of the brown one, the brunette one. Yeah. The beautiful brunette one. I got a little travel size of it because I knew I was going to need dry shampoo. And I was like, you know what, I'll just give this one a try. If it doesn't work, I'll just, I'll wash my hair more while I'm on vacation. It's no big deal. So I got it. And, it still soaks up the oil. It does the same job as the regular dry shampoo does. But what I will say is, if you touch your hair a lot, you're gonna get that powder all over your hands. It doesn't stay in your hair. And I've got short hair, so, I flip it, I'm touching it a lot. I'm always touching my hair a lot, and, you get that powder all over your hands. Now, if you have dark hair and you don't touch your hair a lot, go for it. It's fantastic. It really does, put in that color. So, what are the other ones that I've used with scents? Because they've got so many scents. They have pink pineapple? Ooh, that's cute. I love that. Now, this is interesting, too. This looks new. Hydrating dry shampoo. Waterless cleansing foam. Guys, I've always wanted to try that. The foam that you just, throw in your hair. I feel like, especially if you have curlier hair or wavy hair, I feel like, that would be something really interesting to try. Yeah. Waterless cleansing foam. Cleanse and hydrate. What was the other one, though? Was it cleanse and hydrate? Do they come in different scents or something? Volumizing. Where is it? Now I lost it. Hydrating. Waterless cleansing. Oh, cleanse and shine. And it's got a coconut on it. I'm going to stay away from that one. This one is hydrate and cleanse. Waterless cleansing foam. Cleanse and smooth. And then cleanse and strengthen. That would be the one that I would get. Now, these are $10. These look really interesting. I would love to give these a try. Ooh, this has a little almond. Has almonds on it. I wonder what the scent is. Let's read about it. Cleansing foam mimics your traditional wet shampoo experience by providing a rich, airy lather when massaged into hair. This quick-drying foam with almond oil strengthens hair. I love almond oil. Oh, I'm definitely going to add this to my cart. I'm definitely adding this to the bag. Okay, so like I said, instead of the Hask dry shampoo, love the Batiste, swear by it. It is always a good price. It's around $10. There's a big sale going on Ulta right now, so they're a lot cheaper, but I'm totally going to try out this foam. Does anybody else love this foam? Not even just this one in specifics, but any of the foams. I've never used a foam dry shampoo. I've always wanted to give them a try, though. So, with that being said, the next product I'm going to talk about, well, it's not even just specific products. These are more lines from specific brands. So we're going to talk about Not Your Mother's. So what I will say before I say absolutely anything about this brand is their new, what are they? They're like the Not Your Mother's, but they are more natural or something. The 98% naturally derived ingredients ones that look like a whole different branding for them. I like that line. I do very much like that line. A lot of people really like that line. But I'm not even talking about those today. What I'm talking about today, first of all, is the Way to Grow line. Here's the thing. I feel like shampoos and conditioners, and any kind of hair product that is claiming to help your hair grow is a scam. I feel like you can help your hair grow a whole lot more and healthier and better by introducing, a whole lot more water into your diet, maybe some dietary supplements like biotin, things like that could help your hair grow, and, a steady diet that, of good nutrients. I think that is so much more helpful than getting, shampoos, conditioners, and I tried them. Listen, I really thought that, this stuff was going to be really awesome, and I did not like it one bit. I don't feel like it made any kind of a difference. The smell is nice, but, they're smaller, containers, I guess you could say, of shampoo and conditioner that cost a whole lot more, and I don't feel like this actually has any kind of long-term help for your hair. So, there is that line that I do not like, as well as the Beach Babe line. Now, I don't even want to say the whole line, because they have some new stuff for the Beach Babe, but the older Beach Babe stuff, like the texturizing cream, I hated this stuff. And the spray, I felt like this just made my hair one big knot. Now, like I said, I've got pretty curly hair. I've got waves sort of, and one of my best friends loved the spray. And she had, like, kind of straight hair, but it would help her hair get a little bit of a wave. But, like, I felt like this just made my hair, like, one big, sticky, icky knot. It was definitely not for me. Now, the sea salt spray, is what I see a lot of people use that they tend to like. No. Not for me. It was just not my favorite thing. So, I do want to talk about a couple other things from this brand, though, because now that I'm looking, there's some products that I want to talk about that I love from this brand, after I've talked about all the things that I don't like. But, like I said, no for the Way to Grow line, the Beach Babe cream and the sea salt spray, I am not a fan of. However, I don't think the shampoo and conditioner hurts. You know, like I said, though, I just feel like it's pricey and there's not a whole lot in those tubes, you know? So what I will say, again, there's one other thing. Their dry shampoo. The Clean Freak dry shampoo was not my favorite. It's another one of those dry shampoos I felt like it just didn't really do the job. It's a decent price, so it was only $7. I still have it because I feel like dry shampoo, at least for me, is one of those things that I could always have. Even if it's not fantastic, if it does the job, I'll take that on vacation with me. You know, I'll take it when I'm on a road trip. It's just like, you know, I have so much dry shampoo because I use it all the time, you know? But like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. So, what else is on here that I don't like? Oh, the Blonde Moment. The Blonde Moment line. I used these when I first bleached my hair, and it made not a single difference. My hair still turned absolutely brassy. The only thing that ever helped my blonde hair, I talked about in a What's in My Bag of all of my favorite products ever, and that Shimmer Lights from Clairol is so good. It's a decent price, and the conditioner, I don't even go for a shampoo, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a professional, but that is what I will say. But the Blonde Moment, they have a Seal and Protect leave-in conditioner that I used, was not here for. No. They have the shampoo and conditioner. They call it like a treatment, though. Oh, God, they also have a brunette blue treatment shampoo? I didn't even know that. I've never tried that one. However, the blonde one did nothing for my blonde hair. So I think that's everything in this brand that I've tried and have not liked. So with that being said, in this brand, the new stuff that they came out with that's like, you know, the natural stuff, all of it is good. I've seen so many people raving about this line that they came out with. It's just, they have masks, they have shampoos and conditioners. It's a whole lot of really cool stuff that it looks like they came out with that, you know, I'd love to try. I have not given a try, but people rave about. They love this stuff. Now, another thing that I like from this brand is the curl cream. They have a line for curls, the Curl Talk or something. Yeah, Curl Talk. And they have a cream that I used forever that I did really like. You know, I found other ones that I liked better, other sprays, because creams for me can weigh down my curls, so I wouldn't use that as often. I like to use sprays more than creams and oils, with that being said. But the Curl Talk line is really good. My little sister uses it, and she's got really curly hair. She loves the Not Your Mother's brand entirely, like, wholeheartedly. She loves it. But, yeah, so, like I said, that natural line that they came out with, I'd love to try some of that stuff. It all looks so good. People rave about it. And the Curl Talk line, I think, is pretty good. As far as I know, my sister loves it. I've used the cream before. I love that, too. But what I use instead of, the Not Your Mother's, now, I don't use anything for, you know, the Way to Grow line. Like I said, if you are looking for healthier, stronger, faster growing, longer hair, talk to your doctor, take a supplement. You know, for the longest time I would take biotin. Me and my fiance would take biotin every day. We kind of fell out of that. It's just, you know, the way of the world. But we took biotin every day, and I did notice when I was taking biotin, because I have really awful nails. And I tried to grow them out recently, and like they are just so frail, they break at everything. So if you're looking for stronger, healthier hair that's gonna grow faster, healthier, and stronger, take some kind of supplement. But with the beach stuff, like the texturizing spray and the cream, I didn't get anything in place of them. I have a lot of different hair care products and styling products that I use, but nothing like a texturizing cream or spray like that. Whenever I come in contact with texturizing sprays and creams and products like that, I just feel like they don't really do the job for me. 'Cause I don't know if it's because I have curly hair and I just need to moisturize my curls and use a curl cream or something of that effect, that texture creams and sprays don't work for me. But, yeah, they weren't for me. They weren't for me. And, unfortunately, guys, this brings us to the end of this episode. I say this at the end of every single one. Like, I feel like they go by so fast. Like, I watch the time tick by and then I'm like, whoa! Seriously? It's already been that long? This is a long episode. I feel like a lot of my episodes are very long, which I'm sure some of you don't mind. But, I feel like I have a lot to say that I can't, I should, maybe stop with the information overload. But let me know what you guys think, of course. So, yeah, guys, thanks for listening to the GSMC Beauty Tips Podcast. Brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. Follow us. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm posting on the Instagram page as much as I can. I'm trying to keep polls and comments and things like that for you guys to interact with in the highlights. So, if you ever listen to anything before this where I'm talking about polls and questions, take a skip over to the Instagram, give us a little follow, and, participate. Because I'm always checking to see if I have any new answers to the questions and polls and comments that I put out so that I could update you guys. Because I feel like that's, something that people are always, willing to participate in and hear. So, follow us, and subscribe. Subscribe to the show, because if you subscribe, then, you're gonna know when the episodes come out, and you'll be the first ones to listen. So subscribe. Please leave a comment. Please leave a review, any kind of review. We want to hear what you like, what you don't like, what you want to hear, everything. Leave a review. It's so helpful. So like I said, follow us, leave a review, subscribe to the show. Is there anything else that I have to tell you to do? I don't think so. Thanks again, guys, for listening, and have a great night.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast, part of the GSMC Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type in GSMC to find all of our shows from the GSMC Podcast Network, from health and wellness to entertainment and life and happiness to sex and relationships. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's episode of the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast.